Have you ever noticed how some people can be doing fine financially and still feel like they're one bad day away from everything falling apart? Like their brain never got the memo that the crisis is over. If you grew up with money stress, your childhood didn't just teach you how to spend or save, it taught your nervous system what safe feels like. And for a lot of people, safety became a number, a balance, a receipt, a sale, a backup plan. So today, we're decoding the psychology of people who grew up with money stress and the 7 hidden habits they carry into adulthood without even realizing it. And while you're watching, you'll probably catch yourself in more than one. Let's get into it. 1. They over-explain every purchase. You ever buy something small and still feel like you need a courtroom-level defense? I only got it because it was on sale. I had points. I needed it for work. It was basically free. This isn't just being responsible. It's a shame reflex. When money was tight growing up, spending wasn't neutral. It came with tension, arguments, guilt, sometimes punishment. So your brain learned if you spend, you must justify. Psychologically, this is called conditioned association. Your mind links spending with danger, even when you're safe now. So you don't just buy the thing, you prepare a speech. 2. They feel calm when they have a plan, not when they have money. Here's the weird part. Some people don't feel secure with a lot of money. They feel secure with control. Spreadsheets, budgets, lists, rules, just-in-case systems. Because in childhood, money stress creates uncertainty, and uncertainty makes your brain hypervigilant. So as an adult, planning becomes emotional regulation. It's not about finances, it's about calming the part of you that still expects the floor to collapse. This is why people can have savings and still panic, because what they're addicted to is not wealth, it's predictability. 3. They struggle to enjoy fun money. Some people can't relax on vacation, even if they paid for it months ago, because the entire time their brain is quietly calculating, how much is this costing? What if something happens when we get back? Should I be spending this? This is financial hypervigilance, a stress response. When you grow up in a home where money meant survival, your brain learns to scan for threats. So instead of feeling pleasure, you feel alert. And the saddest part, you may not even notice you're doing it. You just think you're being smart. But deep down, it's fear wearing a suit. 4. They avoid checking money, then obsess over it. This one is brutal. You don't look at your bank account when you're anxious. You avoid bills. You delay opening emails. Then suddenly, you check everything 5 times in a row. That's not laziness. That's a classic anxiety loop. Avoidance and reassurance. Avoidance gives short-term relief, but it keeps the fear alive. So your brain swings between 2 extremes. I can't handle this. I need to monitor everything. Psychology calls this negative reinforcement. Every time you avoid, your anxiety drops for a moment, and your brain learns to repeat it. So money becomes a monster you feed with silence and then chase with obsession. 5. They have scarcity thinking even when there's enough. People who grew up with money stress often act like resources disappear faster than they do. They stock up, they save things for later. They hate wasting food. They struggle to throw items away. And it's not because they're cheap, it's because scarcity leaves a mental imprint. In psychology, this is called scarcity mindset. When your brain has experienced lack, it starts filtering the world through not enough time, not enough energy, not enough opportunity, not enough money. Even when reality improves, the filter stays. That's why someone can have a stable income and still feel poor, because scarcity is a memory that feels like truth. 6. They tie self-worth to being low maintenance. Have you noticed people who almost take pride in needing nothing? They downplay their needs. They hate asking for help. They act like wanting nice things is dramatic or spoiled. But a lot of the time, that's not humility. That's protection.
When money was stressful, needing things could feel like being a burden. So you learn to shrink your wants, to be easy, to be cheaper, to be fine. This becomes a personality trait, but psychologically it can be a form of emotional independence taken too far. Because deep down, the message is, if I want less, I can't be disappointed. So you don't just manage money, you manage desire. 7. They feel weirdly threatened by other people's spending. This one is the one people don't admit. When you see someone casually buy something expensive, or take a trip, or live with financial ease, part of you might feel annoyed or suspicious or judged, even if they did nothing to you. That reaction often comes from social comparison theory. Your brain compares your security level to theirs, and if you grew up with money stress, your brain associates spending freely with risk. So you might secretly think, they're irresponsible, they're showing off, they don't get it. But what you're really feeling is something deeper, a nervous system that learned money equals danger, watching someone treat money like it's safe, and that can trigger an identity threat. Because if money can be safe, then why did it feel so scary for you? And now, the most important part. If you related to these habits, here's what it means. You're not broken, you're adapted. Your brain did exactly what it was designed to do. It learned patterns that helped you survive uncertainty. The problem is, survival strategies can become life strategies, and life is not meant to feel like you're always bracing for impact. So here's the takeaway. The goal isn't just to make more money, it's to teach your brain that you're safe now, that spending isn't automatically danger, that rest isn't irresponsible, that enjoying what you've earned isn't a threat. Because the real upgrade isn't your income, it's your relationship with security. If this hit a little too accurately, comment "me" so you know you're not alone. And if you want more videos that decode human behavior in a way that makes you feel seen, you know what to do. Subscribe, because once you understand the psychology behind your habits, you stop blaming yourself and you start changing the pattern.